Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me the CEO of a brand new project, like it's new because I've not featured it on my channel before. It is something that's going to make a difference to the world of DeFi by providing something that's missing, that's going to make a difference to people who participate in DeFi, but also to DeFi projects themselves.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Safety and security notice, please watch out for comments like this by scammers pretending to be me or other crypto YouTubers. Also, please follow me on bittube.video. You can also follow me on Odyssey. These are both censorship-resistant platforms, and every now and then I am going to post a video which isn't going to be on YouTube. Find me on these platforms. Hey, Oliver, thank you so much for making yourself available. Really, really appreciate it. You are the CEO of Insureace.
Exactly. I think to be more accurate, we would prefer Insureace.io.
Insureace.io, yes. I'll have all the links in the description below so people can go check it out, right? So do you want to say, in a nutshell, what is Insureace?
Okay, I think to put it simple, Insureace.io is a DeFi insurance protocol. So probably if you have been digging into DeFi, you will probably see there's lending and borrowing, there is decentralized exchange, there is YAM protocol, whereas we are working in the DeFi insurance vertical. So it's something similar like in the traditional financial industry. So we're kind of working to provide insurance products and services.
Right. Okay. So I understand insurance, like in the general term, like for example, I have car insurance. So if my car crashes or gets damaged, I can claim on it. I can get insurance for my mobile phone or something if that gets lost or damaged. So how does it work for DeFi? Am I protected against rug pulls or loss of investment or somehow?
Yeah, I think there are a number of different risks in DeFi. So maybe to put it simple, let's say you just mentioned about your car insurance, your asset insurance. So basically, I think insurance works, to provide you some kind of compensation when something bad happens, right? So what are the bad things in DeFi? I think there are a few kind of risks here. One is a cybersecurity risk. I think you probably have heard that from every love, and then this protocol got hacked, and that protocol got hacked, and someone lost money there. There is a rug pull. So our insurance is pretty much there to provide coverage to this type of risks. So let's say you're doing farming on one of the protocols, and you just like the crazy APIs, but at the same time you're actually suffering from a risk that that protocol might be hacked and you lose your money. Right, so we are there to provide coverage for this type of risk. And let's say you put money into a protocol and you buy some insurance from us, then you can just get the APIs there. At the same time, you can just sleep tight at night.
Okay.
Yeah. What we are doing.
Okay, so let's say I put $10,000 worth of crypto into a yield farming protocol. There's a hack.
Yeah.
I lose my $10,000, but because I've paid for your insurance service, then I get some of the $10,000 back or something.
Yeah, pretty much that's how it works. Let's say you put 10,000 into a protocol for farming, right? And let's say you just plan to farming on that protocol for, let's say, 3 months, right? So, and then let's say the average cost for insurance is at 2.5% annually, and you got 10,000. Then for 3 months, then it pretty much like you just need to pay 250, and then get yourself covered. Then let's say when that protocol got hacked, you can come to us for a claim from us, and we will compensate you the 10K back to you. So in this way, you get compensated.
Okay, but where do you get your money from? Because it seems like there's so many hacks and rug pulls and everything, you're going to have no money left.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good question. Yeah. So I think compared to the traditional finance, I mean the traditional insurance industry, right? These are normally like some of the very big insurance companies. They raise their own funds and then they provide insurance service. Whereas for in DeFi, so most of the funds are organized in kind of what we call staking, right? So our money is coming from those who provide capital by staking, or we call them the underwriters. They provide capital to us and they underwrite the insurance risk. At the same time, we will incentivize them with some kind of rewards like our tokens and a sharing of the premium, something like that.
Okay. Now I know a little bit about underwriting, as I understand it, right? So let me go to the legacy world. So there's Lloyd's of London, and they do insurance for shipping, for example. Big. And then they have underwriters who, in the event of some sort of shipping disaster, they will make a payout. But in the meantime, they're getting a little bit of revenue because they're supporting Lloyd's. So you're saying you get support from financiers, underwriters, but also the underwriters, as well as yourselves, if I understood, are making money from staking crypto assets. Is that correct as well?
Yes. So basically, I think it's something similar, right? Just like you just mentioned, like they provide capital to the insurance company, and then they get some, returns, right? So it's similar for us, right? You come to our platform and you provide the capital to underwrite the risk, then you will get some returns as well. And at the time when there is a claim happens, right, and we have to do some claim payout, then that part of money will come from those underwriting pools. So I think this is normally how capital is organized in DeFi, by staking. Yeah.
Okay, but then how well capitalized are you? Because what if there was a really big rug pull because there was a hack with Thor chain the other day or something. They lost a lot of money. They were able to make people whole, but then how well capitalized are you that you can afford this? Because DeFi is growing.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. So I think one thing I may need to clarify is that we do not cover rug pull. Because rug pulls are hard to detect and prevent. So what we cover is mostly the smart contract related issues, bugs, vulnerabilities, exploitations. So let's say because the whole DeFi is running on smart contracts, right? So if there is any bugs in smart contracts, then the hackers would essentially come in to exploit and take away your money. So I think then for us, the money are coming from the stakers, and it's normal that we have the actual scientists there, to do some calculations on how much money we need to reserve to meet the claim requirements. So which is well adopted standards in the EU called Solvency II capital requirements. So that's something capital management requirements we are adopting. Yeah, so in a way, we have some standards to make sure that we will remain at least those much of capital for the potential claim payout. If the capital drops down below to this line, right, we will stop people from withdrawing their capital out and maintain this minimum requirement. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, and then do you do audits of the smart contracts to check them out yourselves?
Not really. So how we do is that we have a very thorough risk assessment process, right? So for those protocols we want to cover, and then we will get the project teams to provide the relevant information to run the risk assessment. So that's a very thorough risk assessment, over 40 plus questions. So with this risk assessment, we'll have a thorough understanding of how the overall security status of the protocol, and then we will decide on premium level. And in that questionnaire, auditing is part of the questionnaire. So I think most of the protocols got audited in maybe not once, maybe multiple times. Yeah, so basically we'll have a security rating for the protocol, and on top of that, we'll have the premium level.
Okay, so it's like you have a register of recommended DeFi protocols, and you only provide insurance for those, not for ones that are not on that register.
Yeah, something like that. We are not providing insurance to every one of the DeFi protocols, right? Especially let's say there are so many anonymous, and some of the DeFi protocols are at this very early stage, not very mature, or even their codes is not very well organized, audited. So for us, we provide insurance to those we have assessed and we think are fall into the scope that we can protect.
Okay, but then if you've done this thorough risk assessment of these projects on your register, then couldn't I just look on the register, use them anyway, and not purchase the insurance? Because if you've checked them out, you're never going to pay out anyway. So why take out the insurance?
Not really, not really. I think even, let's say, even some of the very best leading DeFi insurance protocols, they also got hacked in the past. I won't name information about the names, but you can just check those information. Some of the very top, some of the leading DeFi protocols got hacked as well, right? So even if you got all those ratings, you still run the risk of getting hacked when you put money into those protocols. So it's very normal because the whole DeFi infrastructure technologies are still at its very early stage. So it's normal that there's not of such kind of vulnerabilities out there.
Okay, that's good. And these aren't necessarily DeFi, but you know what you said about really great projects, reputable projects, well-funded projects have got hacked. I think of Parity a few years ago, run by Gavin Wood, that got hacked. Binance had a hack, despite all the security features they have, and it's one of the top cryptocurrency exchanges. So I do get what you're saying, that it can happen even with the best and most secure of projects. And like I mentioned earlier, Thor a few days ago. Okay, all right. So then the other question about insurance, from my own experience, is it's incredibly bureaucratic. There's forms, and then insurance companies, they never want to pay out because that's how they lose money anyway, right? Because you'll make more money by not paying out.
Yeah.
So how bureaucratic and how easy is the process?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much why DeFi is, innovating the establishment of the existing financial industry, right? You just mentioned, there are all those red tapes there, But for DeFi, because we're running in more of a decentralized structure, right? So we have the community voting. Let's say in our claim process, right? Whenever there's a claim submitted, we have an advisory board. They will immediately come in to investigate into the case, and then they will have a reference report to the community. Then after that, the community will come in to vote for the claim. So this runs very much not by us or not by anyone alone, or not by any organization. It's running in a decentralized manner. So a lot of people come in to decide to vote on the claim. Yeah, I think that's a big difference compared to the established insurance industry. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then if the community then decide that the claim is valid, then people get their payouts.
Exactly. And that payout is guaranteed by smart contract. So even if you want to delay it, no way you can delay it. Once it's approved, it will just be executed. Yeah.
Okay. And then I imagine people vote through a governance token, a voting token.
Yeah, that's pretty much, we have our governance token, which is an Insure token. So those who have our token, they can stake in and to vote on the claim. Yeah. So that's pretty much simple.
Okay. And then how do I actually purchase the insurance? Through purchasing the token, or is there something else I got to do?
No, I think to buy the insurance, it's very easy. That you just access our website and click the launch the app, and as you can see, there are all those DeFi protocols listed there, and you can choose one of them, input your current amount, your current days, and then you can proceed to payment. You do not necessarily need to use our token to pay for it, but you can use ETH or US DAI or stablecoins on Ethereum, or let's say BNB or BUSD on BSC to pay for your premium. Yeah.
Okay, and then the payouts, what are they paid out in?
Well, it depends on what type of currency you use to purchase a cover. Let's say you use ETH to purchase a cover, then eventually we will use ETH for the claim payout. because when you use ETH to purchase a cover, right, all your assets are denominated in ETH. So eventually we will use ETH for the claim payout. Or if you use stablecoins, we'll use stablecoins for claim up.
Right. Okay. And how long has Insureace been operating?
We launched the Ethereum mainnet in the second half of April this year, and we launched to BSA in second half of June. So I think we have started operating for around 3 months, but we started this project pretty much long ago. So we started this project from September last year.
Right.
Yeah, so we spent the first few months, assembling up the team, building up the whole technology infrastructure, design the models, and we launched to Ethereum mainnet in April.
Okay, and then how are you funded? Venture capital, or is it the underwriters, or did you do a raise?
Yeah, we have some VCs backing us. So we actually have a very strong lineup of investors. Back to October last year, we closed our C round, backed by a few very renowned VC funds like Defi's Capital, Parafy Capital, and also Hobby Global, and also Hashed, Siglan. And in April this year, we closed another private round, supported by Oliver Research, Hashk Group, IOXG, and a few other top funds as well. So, but of course, all these funds are mainly used, for the project management development.
Okay, okay, and then how many claims have you paid out? How much have you paid out since you've launched?
As I just mentioned, we launched to Ethereum in the second half of April this year. So far there is just one claim submitted, which is auto farm. I mean that's one of the protocol running on Polygon and BSC. So only one person submitted a claim request, and we followed all the pre-designed claim process, and eventually that claim request is rejected. But it's rejected because it doesn't fall into the claimable scope. So eventually, after the voting, after the investigation, it's rejected. But that's totally in line with the claim process.
Right. Okay, so it was a legitimate claim, and it was legitimately ruled out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. All right. So you've not made any claims, made any defenses yet.
Yeah, so far, no.
So far, okay, which is good for Insureace, right? And you're on the Ethereum mainnet. Now, are you operating on the other DeFi blockchains as yet?
Yes. So multi-chain is a big direction for us. Yeah. So as I mentioned, we are developing a multi-chain insurance product, and we actually have two versions. With 1.0, which is a version we launched in middle of May this year. So it's more of relying on our Ethereum deployment, but provide coverage to a variety of other chains like BSA, like Solana, Phantom, Polygon, those different chains. So people can come to Ethereum and buy insurance for their assets on those different chains. And the second version, which is a real deployment to other chains, which I just mentioned, we launched to BSA in the second half of June this year, and where we have completed the development to Polygon, and also to Hobby ecosystem chain as well. So which is something we're going to launch in the upcoming few weeks as well. Yeah, and also we will develop to Solana as well. So I think multi-chain insurance is something that will definitely continue to develop and provide.
Okay, and then how much demand is there for your Insureace product? How many people are taking out claims? How is it growing? What are you doing to get the word out?
Yeah, I think probably you have seen the fast growing of the DeFi TVL, right? Just when in the last DeFi summer, when I came into DeFi, the overall TVL was like I think it's less than 10 billion. But up to now, I think it's all-time high. I think it's very close to 100 billion. However, among all those DeFi TVL, right, I think at its peak times, less than 2% is covered by insurance.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's 2%.
Huge.
Yeah, actually, I've talked to a lot of friends, experts, some of the power users in DeFi. basically we agree that 8 to 10% to be covered by insurance is something reasonable. So we can still have, you can see there's still like, at least I think 8 to 10% to go. I mean, all the DeFi develop, yeah.
Okay, very good. And then the Insureace, the Insure token. So apart from governance, what is the utility of it? What's the value of it? Why should anybody hold it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think for the utility side, you can use the Insure token to pay for some of the fees on the platform, like the cross-chain bridge fees, and we're also adding it to buy covers. That's for its utility. Whereas I think for DeFi governance tokens, right, value creation, value capture is even more important. So the tokens, the token holders will be eligible to claim for the fees generated on this platform. So in a way, they can share the income or revenues generated by this protocol in the treasury. So I think that's one of the major value capture for a token.
Okay, so let me get this. So if I hold Insure tokens, as well as getting discounts on some of the services that you offer, and we'll be offering, like I pay lower fees or something, or I can use the Insure to pay those fees, I can also receive rewards from the revenue that the project generates.
Exactly. Yeah.
Passive income token.
Yeah. That's why I think it's valuable that people can buy and hold the token. One thing I think I can mention is that in the past 3 months, we have provided coverage to over 30 billion of DeFi assets. I think the total number of protocols who have covered is over 40 plus. Yeah, so that's, I think it's still growing very fast, and we have accumulated over 130K of premium. I think still a very small amount, but we can see it's still growing very fast. So let's say if we can, I think based on the current growth rate, right? I think our projected income, just from the premium side, would be over 1 million per year. Yeah, I think that that can be just a start for the project. Yeah, and I think a portion of those revenues will be shared back to the token holders.
Right. No. Okay. No, that's incredible, because I do know in the legacy world, the insurance industry is massive. In the blockchain world, DeFi is massive. So I can get how the potential for insuring DeFi could be quite lucrative and a growing sector. And then you said $30 billion worth of value with over 40 DeFi protocols, and you've only really been going since April. Okay, now for the token holders, how often do they get the rewards? Is it every month, 3 months?
Yeah, currently we haven't really distributed the rewards yet. So because we need some time to accumulate the treasury first. So what we will do is that we will use this income to buy back the tokens from the market first. So this will create some support to the prices, and which will benefit all the token holders as a first step. Second step will be we will use part of those buyback tokens and distribute them back to the token holders. Yeah. So in this way, we're creating benefits to token holders as a whole.
Now, is there KYC for the token holders? Is it limited, for people from certain jurisdictions?
No KYC. I think that's pretty much normal for DeFi protocols. Its formation is no KYC required, and the total amount of the token is fixed. It's 100 million for a total amount. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And if people, I'll have all the links in the description below. If people want to check it out, they can go check out the Telegram group and inquire into this and investigate. Is there anything else you want to let us know? Anything we haven't covered so far, Oliver?
Yeah, maybe I can just share very quickly what we're going to do next.
Sure.
I think one of the features we're going to provide in the next couple of weeks is our API. So we are developing an API for other DeFi protocols to integrate. So in this way, we can bring the DeFi insurance service as close as to the end users, which will help us expand our sales network. So I think in a way, our sales will continue to grow in the upcoming weeks or months. Yeah, I think that's one of the major new features we're going to roll out in the upcoming weeks.
Okay, so if I understand this, so if I go to your website, what I'll be able to do once this feature is set is I won't need to go to Uniswap separately or PancakeSwap to do whatever yield farming I'm going to do. I can do it through the platform because you'll connect automatically to those platforms. Am I understanding you correctly?
I think that's no. That I think that's really not what I mean. It's
Okay,
like yeah. Currently, you have to let's say you go to Uniswap first, right? You let's say you are providing liquidity on Uniswap, but after that you come to Insureace and buy coverage, right? So there are two processes, and what I mean is that we can provide an API that to embed into Uniswap business cycle, so that when you just need to come to Uniswap and provide liquidity, and in the course that you can just buy insurance. Something like you're buying a flight delay insurance when you're buying a flight ticket, right? So you just
I
take
got
a
it.
box, you'll get covered. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Thank you. Well, that is going to make life a whole lot easier. And I know there are other lots and lots and lots of projects. The whole DeFi space is booming, booming, booming. So it potentially could be very, very good for Insureace. Anything else you want to let us know, Oliver?
I think not much. So I think maybe just stay up to our Discord, our Telegram channels. I think we really have a lot of new exciting things coming out. Yeah.
Great. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on to explain this. For those of you that are watching, if you have any comments or questions, let me know in the description below the video. And if you've used this service, do let us know how you found it. And do check it out. Check out, I'll have all the links to the website, the Telegram group, the Discord group, and everything. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Oliver signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.